Gabby, I'm gonna be late getting home again today. I plan on heading to the gym after I get out of work today. So, it might not be until around 11 p.m. before I'm home, okay?
Archie, are you being serious?
Yeah, I am.
But I had only just had our baby a couple days ago.
And I was helping you out all day and night at first, right?
Do you think that it's okay to not have to deal with the baby and I anymore now then?
That's not at all what I think. I just happen to have a lot going on myself now.
But even after childbirth, I'm still not 100% myself again and need some more time to rest. And without you, I can never rest, having to watch over May all day. Can you at least help me out with her a little bit more than you are right now?
I'll help you out with her when I have my hands free.
What do you mean? You and I should be working on raising her together at all times. If you have the free time to be going to the gym tonight, just skip that and come home. May is your baby as well, after all. Don't you get that?
But for some reason, she doesn't look all that much like me.
Huh? You are the worst, Archie. You have no right saying something that selfish right now.
But even my parents were saying the same thing when they saw her.
No way. I think she has the same ears as you do. Also, she happens to only be a fresh baby right now, so over time, I'm sure she'll start to look more like you. Your parents are so mean. Why would they ever bring something like that up around you? Saying that the baby looks nothing like their son. Do they not care for how we feel?
They were only saying that she looks more like you than anyone else. And they laughed about the fact that May doesn't have to look like me. So why are you getting so worked up over that?
I just happen to feel like your mom and dad were trying to slight me or something.
If anything, you've been a bit rough when it comes to the way you act. Not them. You've also been getting really upset all the time lately.
I have every right to get angry, though. I was thinking that after giving birth to our daughter, I'd be able to come home and we'd work together to care for her. But soon after that day, you've just stopped coming around the house. And when it comes to the weekends, you'll go out by yourself, leaving me all by myself here having to raise May. What is going on there?
I'm going out shopping for the things you asked for, right?
But that's all you've been doing for me. What has happened to you, Archie? You were so happy back when I had given birth to May. Have you stopped thinking that your own baby girl is cute or something?
I think that she's a cute little baby, Gabby. I just happen to have other things going on right now. That's it.
Well, I have things going on myself right now. I have to spend all day and night by myself taking care of this baby girl when I'm exhausted. And I'm doing all of this without any help from you anymore.
You act like this doesn't happen to other people. There are families where their husband has to go on business trips after his wife gives birth, leaving their wife at home to care for the baby, right?
You are such a piece of garbage. I never thought that you, of all people, would turn into this horrible of a husband. Recently, I've started to think that I might have married the wrong person. If things keep going downhill like this with you, then I'm going to start thinking about getting a divorce. I understand that you might be busy right now, but I don't care. You need to be thinking about your wife and baby as well. If you can't do that soon, then things are going to be over between us. You are going to be responsible for all you've done, whether you like it or not.
Riley, why are you texting me now?
Because I have to make sure that Gabby is all right. Archie, you are a total jerk for throwing your wife and baby away to be with another woman. Why the hell could you do something like that to another person? Especially when your wife is having the hardest time of her life after giving birth to May. Do you not feel any remorse for what you've done?
So she went to you and cried about what's going on? You can leave all this be, all right? Right now, we are already planning on getting a divorce.
Huh? Why are you so screwed up now? Right now, Gabby is so stressed out and cannot smile because of everything. And you're laughing about divorcing her? Why, Archie?
The only reason that Gabby looks so sad and upset right now is because she's really good at acting.
Huh? Are you kidding me? You had always been such a kind brother to everyone and someone that I'd always brag about.
And I still am just as kind as I always was.
Don't frickin' lie to me! You had been so kind and treated your wife so well that I was jealous of the relationship you guys had. Why the hell would you cheat on her? She's the perfect woman for you, and you're going to turn away from her? Is there someone more important to you than your own wife and daughter now?
Hold on now. You can settle down. I have not been cheating on her, all right?
I was even shown the picture Gabby has as evidence of you being with another woman. You and this other woman are hugging. There is no way you can tell me that that right there is not proof of you cheating.
That happens to be Gabby's friend.
So you're telling me now that you've been fooling around with your wife's friend? For crying out loud, that is frickin' messed up.
I told you that I haven't been doing anything with her. Are you at your house right now?
I'm not. I'm at the office right now trying to get some work done.
Well then, can you tell me where Gabby is?
She's over at my place right now. She told me that she no longer wants to be in your guys' house anymore. So I'm having her stay at my house for the time being.
Has Gabby been over your house since last night?
Yes. She told me that she couldn't stand being anywhere near you after finding out. So she came running into my house crying about how horrible you are, telling me what terrible things you said about her. Why would you be doing this to someone as special as Gabby?
I had no other choice. That's just how I feel about things now with her.
You are literally the worst husband.
You can say that about me now, but I think that it's wild that she'd go over your house after that. I had assumed she'd be running back home to her parents' house.
She told me that day she'd be going back over to your house to get her things. She was only able to bring over May's things last night. But before you get back home from work, she'll be back over at my house and staying there. And she thinks that she'll head back to her parents' house tomorrow.
I see. I'm sorry for causing you all this trouble.
I don't care about having her and May at my house. Not after what you did to them. I want you to explain yourself to me right now, though. I am really upset with you right now and want to know everything that's been going through your mind. What made you do all of this in the first place to her? To both of them?
I have seriously not been cheating on her. I promise you that.
Then what was that picture I looked at that Gabby was showing me?
I think that Gabby may have asked her friend to come up and hug me in order for her to take a picture at the exact moment and later use that picture against me. She's trying to paint me as the one cheating right now.
Huh? Why would you think something like that?
I'm thinking she's doing it so she can get both money from me and child support and an settlement.
So you're saying that she's been planning to divorce you for a while now then?
Well, I think so. For a while now, I've felt that I'm not May's actual father.
I heard about that from Gabby already. She's told me about how you're never around to help her care for May. You've been making her act like a single parent for the past month, right? I can understand why she'd want to divorce you if you're never going to come home and help with her newborn baby.
But I'm not helping with May because that's not my daughter.
What?
Riley, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that?
I know that you were so happy to finally have yourself a little niece, but May is not my child, and therefore she's not your niece. The real father happens to be the man that Gabby has been cheating on me with.
Archie, during your next day off, can you come to my parents' house? I'll have my lawyer here waiting to talk with you, and we can discuss what's going to happen with this divorce. And my parents would like to have a word with you as well about this. So make sure that when you're over here, you don't say anything too horrible to me. Right now, both my mom and dad are infuriated with you. One wrong move, and one of them might just snap.
Understood. I'll make sure to bring my lawyer along with me as well. I'd love to have a talk with you as well about how I've been cheating on you.
You need to learn when to give up, Archie. You still don't plan on confessing to us about how you've been in the arms of another woman? I'm going to make sure that you have no other choice but to pay me both May's child support every month and a settlement to me. I'm thinking around at least $100,000 for the settlement.
$100,000, huh? That's quite a lot of money to be asking me for. Well, I guess you had only married me in the first place for my money, so I shouldn't be all too surprised.
Huh? What did you just say to me there? You were the one that abandoned me and never took care of your daughter or I.
I can keep saying this all day if you like. I have not been cheating on you, and I never plan to.
You're going on about that again? I have concrete evidence that says otherwise, Archie. Do you still not fully grasp that?
The pictures that you have of me cheating were made up by you, right? The person in that photo happens to be your friend, right?
Huh? I don't know her. I can't even see her face in the photo.
Don't worry about that. The man I paid to go out and take pictures of me that day has all sorts of photos with her face showing. And by man, I mean detective.
What? What do you mean, detective?
Actually, for the longest time now, I've been wanting to divorce you. So I made sure to have an investigation started to make sure I was right about my intuitions. Do you know the reason why I might have had doubts about you?
I don't know. I think you just started to doubt me because you started to love that other woman.
Wrong. I started to doubt you because my gut told me that you were with another man. And when I realized that May wasn't even my child, it became pretty clear that there was someone else involved.
Wait. Why are you going on about things that don't make any sense? May is your daughter, all right?
Nope, she's not. I made sure to have 2 DNA tests run on her, so I know for a fact that she's not mine.
You had DNA tests done?
Remember that even before you became pregnant with May, I was starting to doubt you and thought you might be cheating on me. There were times you told me you were home, but I'd hear from my friend at the same time that he saw you out with another man.
So you started looking into that?
Yeah, because I started to realize you were lying to me. And I noticed that your lies only began to grow more common as you became pregnant. I didn't want to believe myself, but I only became more and more nervous about you, and so, to make my anxiety go away, I asked to have a DNA test taken.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. And I'll make sure to bring both results from those DNA tests with me when I come to your parents' house.
Why are you only starting to bring this all up now?
I was a bit stuck after seeing the results of the test and the evidence the detective was bringing me. Learning that May was not my real daughter completely shocked my whole system. I started having to think about the next steps to take and how I was to go about getting a divorce. And after taking a chance and asking one of my coworkers about what to do, they said I should calm down and think. So we ended the conversation with calling the detective back and asking them to start searching for who the real father is.
You could have at least told me all of this the first time you got those results. Why did you hide all of this from me until this exact moment?
Right before I was going to say anything, you left.
I never believed back then that you'd bring anything up to me. It was because of you that right now my life is on thin ice, and I'm having to make all kinds of hard decisions.
Don't blame me for your actions. The reason all of this is happening to you is because you chose to cheat on me and have a baby with the other man, right? And after that, you tried to make me look like I was the one cheating on you? You had your friend come up and hug me out of nowhere, all so that you could snap some quick pictures and use them to get money from me?
I've not been making that up!
Back when you took that picture of her hugging me, she told me she wanted a taxi home because she wasn't feeling too well. and she asked me to call her a taxi since I was still around her.
And? What does that have to do with us? I'm sure you took her to the hotel right after that. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
After I had sent her on her way in a taxi, after she had run up and hugged me, I got a call. It was from the detective I hired, and he told me that the woman who hugged me and then asked me to get her a taxi was your friend. Needless to say, I was shocked hearing that. Apparently, he was following you all day and saw that you met up with her before you asked her to come and hug me. And he was then able to get photos of both you taking pictures of me being hugged and of the hugging itself. I have evidence that clearly shows I wasn't cheating on you and that you set it all up.
Is that so?
You aren't going to escape me this time. I'll make sure to teach you who the real jerk is this time. I'm also working on finding out who the man is that you've been cheating on me with, and if he's the father of May or not. I believe from what I've found so far, it's Bill, right? And he happens to be married himself?
Listen, Archie, I'm so very sorry about cheating on you, but that whole interaction I had with Bill was a one-time thing.
That was fast. From there, I immediately started working with my lawyer to have the divorce processed. Gabby cried and cried about how she didn't want to get a divorce, but I knew deep down she was lying through her teeth again and that she wanted a divorce just as badly. It took a bit of help from her parents, but they were soon able to force her to sign the divorce paperwork and finish the deal. After that, I was able to get a settlement from both Gabby and Bill, who she had cheated on me with. And luckily for myself, they were both able to pay me right away. In Bill's case, he happened to already have 3 kids of his own, and so his wife didn't end up divorcing him for their sakes. But as punishment for doing all this, his pissed off wife told him he would not be getting any money from her anymore, and that for the rest of his life, he'd be doing all the chores in the house for her. And as for Gabby, she was kicked out of her parents' house and without them even giving her a chance to make a comment. Then they took May into their house and made sure that Gabby would never be able to care for her ever again. I think money-wise, it was a good thing for May that her grandparents decided to take her in and raise her, as Gabby has pretty much nothing now. It's not easy for me to say this about Gabby, but I feel 100% more trust in her parents caring for May than I ever did with Gabby. As of right now, I'm not really sure how Gabby is living with herself and what she's up to. But honestly, I don't even want to know. But when it comes to May, I still have the small amount of care in me that makes me hope she has a good future ahead of her. When it comes to myself after everything, I went back to my parents' house for a little bit while taking some time off work to let myself relax a little. At the time, I didn't want to really do anything, so a lot of my friends and family would end up taking care of me until I started to gain my energy back. I think now I'm doing a lot better knowing that I still have people around me that I can trust. My sister has even come back to my parents' house a few times, and she would take me out on drives in her car. We both talked a lot about what happened, and her being around me really helped me have an outlet that I needed. And now I'm able to start going out again and even start to hang out with old friends of mine. The wounds to my heart are still not healed yet, not even close actually, but over time I'm sure I'll start to feel 100% again and might even go out to find myself a new woman. Before then, I need to take things slow and make sure not to burn myself out any. Step by step, I'm going to make sure that my happiness and my heart come back to the way they were before I ever married Gabby.